So the Thing Is podcast has decided to leave the Joe Budden network. First Rory and Mal, now the Thing Is, all right? Let's hear from them real quick before I get into my rant. Let's get it.
We decided that it was time to graduate, you know, and grow and transcend above and beyond everyone's expectations, even our own. This is our last and final episode of See the Thing Is on the Joe Budden Network.
Yes.
Season 1 has come to a close.
It has. Hold on. Can I give us a round of applause?
Yes, you can.
Because we goddamn, it's been a fucking year.
It has.
It's been a year.
It's been amazing, actually. Ups and downs. You know, a little turbulence, a little, okay? A little air sickness going on, okay? To mid-flight. But we...
All right. Now that's them saying it's their last episode on the Joe Budden podcast. And I know y'all felt that shade. I felt it too. Talking about it's time for us to graduate and go on to new and better things. I knew it. And then you heard, because it's been a tough year. It's been a hard year. Oh my God. Joe had this scandal going on and that scandal. We got to get up out of here. Now look, we don't really know the particulars of this situation. You know, Joe could have let them go. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really know nobody who listened to their show. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not saying that they don't have an audience. Of course, if they was on the network, you know, Joe is smart. He wouldn't have signed them if they didn't have an audience, right? But I just don't know how poppin' they show was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest with you. I was shocked to hear that they own the show. They said they own it. It's theirs. So, you know, that kind of lets me know the kind of business Joe Budden is doing over there at his network. Because, you know, some people, if they make you sign a deal with their company, they want to own a piece of your company. And Joe, you know, he wasn't trying to own their podcast. He just wanted them on the network. And I want to salute Joe for that, number one. But at the same time, you know, I can't really see Joe Budden fighting tooth and nail to keep them on the network. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Altogether, the optics don't look the best because, of course, Rory and Mal left and they got this big $10 million deal. And maybe they think they're going to go get them a big deal somewhere. I don't know who's going to give it to them. You know, they could go to Spotify or somebody, but I tell you this, it ain't going to be no 10 million. You know, I'll be surprised if they could get 1 million if you asking me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know the business. And also, I don't know the audio numbers as well. Their audio numbers could be crazy. You know, I heard Charlemagne talking about that with another show that's on his network. And some people don't really know the audio numbers. We kind of always see the YouTube numbers and we think to ourselves like, oh, the show is falling off or it's doing really good. But for a podcast to really be successful, you have to have good audio and video numbers, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but podcasts started out as just audio. All of the people who have big podcasts, they went from audio to video and eventually, you know, brought it to YouTube so people can see what was going on in the room. But all of these people were really popping on the audio. Like on SoundCloud, Joe Budden's podcast was killing it. You see what I'm saying? And then he eventually brought it to YouTube and, you know, people kind of enjoyed that just as much as they did the audio. You know what I'm saying? Just like now, people see Rory and Mal's podcast doing really good on YouTube and they think to themselves like, oh my God, you know, Rory and Mal's podcast is doing so much better than Joe Budden's because his YouTube numbers are down. But if you an OG fan, you know what that podcast do on the audio side. So I'm pretty sure Joe is doing okay. But see, this is why a lot of people are overreacting, talking about the Joe Budden podcast is over because of everything happening at once, right? We saw all the scandals. We heard about him losing sponsors. He lost Rory and Mal. They got a big deal, you know, maybe a bigger deal than Joe Budden has got in the last 6 months, right? Doing his own podcast. And I'm pretty sure that might be true. But don't be so fast to sit here and talk about the Joe Budden the Joe Budden network is over. I see so many people saying that, man. Do y'all know the business? That's kind of where I'm always at. I'm like, do y'all know the business of this? You know what I'm saying? And give it some time. This time next year, the Joe Budden podcast can be right back where it was a few months ago. And y'all looking at these YouTube numbers and y'all thinking to yourself, well, it's not doing that good no more. Bruh, I would give Joe some time. Because we got to give him his credit. He's come back from worse. You see what I'm saying? And if it's anybody who can do it, I think it's Joe. I think the track record got to speak for itself. It's kind of like LeBron James. Like, you can have an issue with LeBron being old, but you still got to give him credit for what he's done. And that's kind of how I feel about Joe, man. Like, I don't know, man. Even the way he, redid the podcast with Ice and Ish. And that turned out well. I'm not going to sit here and say it's over for the Joe Budden Network. Their podcast is still one of the best podcasts out, one of the highest rated and highest listened to podcasts. So just because the thing has left, don't mean everything is going down the drain. All right, I'm sorry, I can't get with that. All right. Also, I don't know what's up with the Karen Civil podcast. I'm assuming that she took a break because of like all the backlash she was getting, but I don't know what's going on, or, whether or not her podcast is still on Joe Budden's network either, but we'll see about that in the future. But right now, everybody feels like, Joe Budden lost Rory and Mal, he lost this people, he lost that people, I heard somebody say he's really going through a fall from grace. I'm like, come on, man, y'all rushing to speculation is so damn fast, bro. So damn fast. And like I just said, bro, I'm being honest with y'all. I can't see Joe begging these people to stay. I can't see him begging them to stay. They look like they have nice chemistry with their podcast, but I can't see Joe just saying, oh my God, please don't leave. Please don't leave. The thing is, they not that popping. I'm being honest with you. So as usual, I turn it over to y'all. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's over for Joe Budden? I know a lot of y'all out there, we like Rory and Mal. We don't like Joe Budden no more. I told y'all where I stand. I don't even listen to Rory and Mal's podcast. It's not really for me. I like them more next to Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Joe made them interesting. But to a lot of y'all might have felt the opposite way, and that's fine. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.